Got fucking dirty bottles laying everywhere like spent shell casings. What up? What up? What's up, brother? How you doing? Get the day started, okay? Going to sleep? It's alright. That's what we're here for, right? Exactly what we're here for. I've already been up a couple hours myself. Doom scrolling, seeing what's going on, catching up on all the fucking YouTube Yarda bullshit. Straight comedy. Straight fucking comedy right there. What's new on your end? Me as well. What you think on the Hayden Panettiere? Man, that's crazy. I still don't, I still haven't heard what exactly it was that caused her death. I just know that she died young, too young, right? Was it OD? OD of some kind? Probably fentanyl or something crazy. Opiates, I'm sure at the very least. But yeah. Hey, excuse you, brother. Size. That guy over there. How you doing? Yeah, you got cracked teeth? Looks like you got a cracked spelling too. I heard it was hard, but you know they lie. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely do. It could have been obviously. I mean, who knows? Yeah, it could have been sleeping medication, caused heart problems, or something like that. Carl Bob, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. So, over there. Yeah, Gary, Legend of Lakota. Hope you're well, White Eyes. Junior healthy and Mrs. is chill. Mrs. is asleep. She's definitely chill. And the baby White Eyes is excellent right now. Excellent. Still crashed out. About to wake him up with his bottle here. Could die young. We could last forever. I believe that. That's why I'm still alive. No reason I should have lived this long. Yeah, absolutely, Carl Bob. I had a second conversation with a person in recovery on Insta. Oh yeah? 50% Seminole, okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with Seminole. I'm not familiar with the Tla Amin. Tla Amin. Probably slaughtered that. I can send it over if you want to read it. Yeah, check it. Let me check it out. Let's see what kind of impact you got going on, bud. Too old to die young. Devil is afraid God won't take us. Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Oh, really? I said it right? Imagine that. I'm weird. We have so many different colored bottles with the tops for them and stuff. I absolutely have to have the corresponding top. I can't just use any top. It has to be the one it came with. Yeah, we might as well crack one of these open. Fuck it. Pull it both out. Both like that. Yepper, so yeah. Ready for when you have the time? Alright. OCD, what is he exactly, dude? That is exactly it. exactly it. But if there's one area you could be OCD, it's with a kid. It's with having a baby. Zay, bro definitely stole a generator or two in his lifetime. Fuck, dude. I made deals with God. If he got me out of certain bullshit alive, I haven't stole a fucking day in my life since. Heh, made your own generators. Yeah, no, you right, Zay. I say you were wrong. I used to rob people. I used to steal and rob people because they're not the same thing. There is a difference, right? Thief is just somebody that just takes something from you and your back's turned. You don't even get the chance to, like defend your property. Or somebody will rob you, will take it from you in front of you, right? They'll make you hand it over. If you're not willing to fight for it, you're gonna lose it. And yeah, I used to steal. I used to steal bikes and break into cars, steal entire subsystems and all that shit. Even got my own house broken into as a result of that type of, running in those circles. You bring about that type of karma on yourself. And even then, that wasn't enough to stop. I had to go down to Colorado with a neighbor of mine that I had met. And just a chance encounter. Found out we both like smoking weed. Started smoking weed. And him and his whole roommates were all from Colorado. They were they only been across the hallway from me for maybe a week or two, and they brought me over, asked me if I knew how to get rid of some weed, and I'm like, look no further. I was like, I'm like one of the main dudes around here, you know. I literally was. They're like, well, check this out. I remember, I'll never forget it. They went into another room and they came back with this kitty litter. It was like a bag of kitty litter. It's a big one. And they opened it up and they reached in and they pulled out a handful of nugs, right? Just straight fucking hydroponic weed. I was like, whoa. Like, you think you can get rid of this? I was like, yeah, I do. It's like, yeah, I do actually. I do think I can get rid of it. And they put down like 2 or 3 handfuls. They're like, is that good enough? It's like the most I've been given at once on consignment, right? And I was like, yeah, that's good, man. But that wouldn't last forever, right? They had robbed some people, and they had left with what they had robbed them with, trying to do like a fresh start thing. And when funds got low, they decided to go back to do it again. Except they brought me, and they didn't let me know that that was the plan until we were just outside of city limits. Because I started asking some, like logistical questions, because we're going down there. I don't have a job. I got rent in like a few days. I only have like $300 or $400 on me. It's not even enough to cover rent. I'm under the impression that we're gonna flip our money somehow, but like, where are we gonna stay? Are we gonna pay? Like, like, where are we gonna? There was a lot of things I wasn't told yet, and so I'm trying to ask my co-pilot what's going on. He's not. He's just being super dodgy and sidestepping questions, not being straight with me. And I'm like, look, man, you need to let me know what the fuck's going on here. And he was like, all right, like, check it out. We're actually down here on a fucking, on some robbing type shit. He's like, I know the people. I'm gonna set it up. You're gonna rob them. He was just gonna be a one and done. We're gonna hit like 3 or 4 guys all in one night. It's gonna be great. We're gonna come back. We're gonna have thousands of dollars. Blah 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 blah. Sounded great, right? Sounded excellent. And I was like, all right, yeah, okay, yeah. I was down. I was down with that. And that ended up turning out to be one of the worst experiences of my life, right there. One of the absolute worst experiences of my life. I don't think that dude made it out of that one piece. I think there's a few individuals that didn't make it out of that story. This is why I've never really told it. Not to any degree that's recognizable. No. Is a powwow like a big barbecue, a dancing, or a spiritual thing, or is it both? It is. It's like a recreational competition, dancing, traditional with food type of thing. It's kind of like a fair for us, I guess you could say. Yeah, Zay, you were 50% right. Yeah. In my entire run as an addict, I never ran into anyone who stole a Cadillac converter. How about you? No. I wouldn't have known what the fuck to do with one of them. I wasn't up on that type of shit. Because I'm robbing and stealing and I am no stealing. Yeah. Some way, somehow. My Mexican homie had me with free cable for like 3 months. It was basic cable, but I wasn't tripping at the time for real, right? What was your lowest too? Did you end up here? What was your lowest? My lowest, Mr. Jordan, was probably being in a 23-1 lockdown program. Convinced that I was never going to make it home. Because if you fuck around and fail a 23-1 lockdown program, then they're just going to put you in Supermax ADX. And I had the credentials to make it into there, so the very real possibility that you're just never going to make it home. You're either going to end up dying or you're going to end up killing somebody because of the situations that you got to get put in at that caliber, at that security level. And how I ended up here, I got lucky. Ran into a well off middle class woman. Saw some potential in me. Scooped me up. Yeah. Huh. Is that the same house twice? No. South Jersey, what's up? What's good with you, brother? Yep, yep. You're absolutely right, Zay. Those are the best opportunities, right? Jennifer, good to see you. Supermax was a trip? Yeah, I bet. Baba Yaga, welcome to the live. Every man has their own story. No man can run from their story. No, they can't. First time here, Baba Yaga, welcome to the live. Caught me my nudist stream? Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. It's like entering the second month that I've been streaming now. Minority Report, what's good with you, man? Welcome back. What's good? Been sipping gasoline tonight? Oh yeah? That's exactly what this is. I say, that doesn't surprise me. It does not surprise me the slightest. Oh yeah. It's that apple juice, Baba Yaga. Actually, no, I think that's like white grape peach or something like that. Yeah, Dave. That's what I was gonna say. There's a few of them in my chat that feel that way. Hell yeah, Gavin. Christopher McGee. Morning to you, sir. Would send ours to the UK. You personally enjoy 93. Is that a wine? Huh. Well, let's go get this over with. Excuse me, sir. The German Shepherd follows me everywhere. Posts. This little guy still crashed the fuck out. Right. Wow. I don't have to do anything. He's feeding himself right now. 4 months old. He's already holding his own bottle. Not gonna do it. Look at this shit. That's unbelievable. I don't think they're supposed to be able to do that. fucking funny. No talking, no words. There's like no like. It's just funny to watch. I'd highly recommend it. Making short work of that bottle. Snowplow, good to see you, Warren. Slowing down, but who you oohing at? You better be oohing at me. What did I just say? Mr. Sir. What's this diaper like? Oh, yeah. It's time to change that diaper. Yeah. Where are the wipes? I don't know where the wipes are. Hey, we got somebody joining memberships. That's what's up. Yeah, thanks, Pop. I got this. Yeah, Jennifer, welcome to the live, or welcome to the memberships, not the live. No burp rag, huh? Brave. my fucking t-shirts are the burp rags. Yeah. Dad know what he's doing? Yeah. He'll survive. He'll survive me. Hoodie is the burp rag, exactly. No, I don't know where the fucking oh, I think we brought them with. I suppose. He's just waiting. He's just waiting to get changed. He already knows the routine. He knows the whole get down already. Trying to drop another 100 bones on the wipes, huh? For real. No, we went to that one place today. They he got a couple shots. He got a shot each leg today, right? Pissed him smooth the fuck off. It was good after that. But they gave us they gave us a shitload of these, or at least enough for like the next week. So I can't complain, right? I cannot complain when y'all already know I've been buying this shit by the 2-packs. And we even have this shit. Stretch it. So yeah, every bit helps, right? Every bit helps. All of it counts. I could look the fucking gift horse in the mouth, right? Well, yeah, it is nice. I don't like government shots for the youngsters, bro. I know. I don't either. At the same time, it's like, it's terrible. I know I got poked a lot growing up. Pause. Ruthelgate, welcome to the live again. It's nice seeing you regularly come through here. Yeah, Snowplow. I think we're getting close to. I was just I just posted that we just hit like 2,000. It's already. It's about to hit 2,200. Seems like every time I go live, we get new subs, new members. Thanks to you, new members. But we're pulling new subs every day basically at this point. Literally every day at this point. Yeah. Yeah, they get a lot now. Last time he got like 4 or 5 shots at one fucking go, man. I was like, God damn, man, spread that shit out. You know, spread that shit out between now and 18 or something. Yeah. Gary, I don't know much of my own language, no. My dad, it is his first language, though. He had learned English as a second language. So, and then there's me, where English is my first language, and not only that, but it was very apparent to him right away, even as a teenager, that my grasp of the English language had far surpassed his own. And I think that kind of left a bit of a rift between us, right? Because he couldn't fully express himself like he could in his own language. And then you got me, I'm just a little dickhead, right? Hard to deal with. If you could be a bug, what type of bug would you be? I'd be a praying mantis. Praying mantises are badass. They just run around see if they could eat shit all day or die trying. Jess body is the dead. Is this dead mouse? No, it is not dead mouse. Deadly virus bug. Yeah, dead moth. Dead mouth. Jeez. Ruth. I remember as growing up, seeing my Red Pride brothers have to cut their hair to go to school. Yeah, yeah. Right. Wenzel, welcome to the live. It's absolutely awesome. It's hard if it's not your first language. Exactly. Yeah. That's good, Gary. I'm glad that I could reinvigorate your interest in your own and everybody's, right? Everybody's interest in the old ways is a win for us all. We can't be picky about who continues to carry on the knowledge of these things anymore. It's no longer a luxury that we have. Wenzel. Let's get this over with. You ready? You ready, little ham hock? Little ham hock? Uh huh. Little ham hock. It's way too early to be ham hocking. Too early. Can't be ham hocking before 6 a.m. in this house. You understand? Make me tell you twice. Let that go. Why do you make this difficult? Little ham hock. Is that right? What we got going on here? Don't you dare push. You had all night to push. It's over now. It is over. Sayonara. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Come again. Try again. Next time. Do not pass go. Do not click $200. You'll be done with that. Just hold that right there. Why are you trying to eat the diaper? I feed you so you don't try to do those things. Right down. You gotta lock in to get those buttons buttoned again. They do not make that easy. Do not make that easy at all. Yeah, right, little ham hock. Go. Yeah. Like that. Pink. And blank. Here we go. Oh. Who let the dogs out? Go, buddy. Hush. Quiet. Shh. Hush. Shut up. Quiet. Where were we? Yeah, I had to reach out to my last living grandma. That's good. That smells. Can't you smell that smell? Yeah. Told my son when I passed to bury me in free land. Yeah. 11 months. She must be a trip. Yeah. Cookie cookie. Cookie cook. Welcome to the live. And into the dark we travel. That's right. He really does just make all the noise, doesn't he? Yes, he does. He'd be talking back already. You having me on my last nerve. No, I'm kidding. What drug, if any, do you guys use for spirit quests? Tobacco. That's it. As far as my own ways go. No, I'm not. I'm Midwest. RC Young. Yeah, I'm out in my yard right now. My dogs. The other fur babies. What are you doing? Looking all guilty over there. Probably gonna go find like dead bunny remains or something over there. Stay away from there. Come. You stop guarding the stairs like an asshole. Move. Sorry. Oh. Need water up in this piece. Yeah, I need to move my snake back into its enclosure, son of a bitch. It is operational. Excellent. I had to make a new one. I had to remake a whole new one of these because the last one had, I guess, residue from an old one or from a different bedding, and it like basically contaminated the new one, and like within 2 days it had like fur growing in the fucking corners. It's terrible. I got him chilling right here right now. Did he just strike? I think he just struck at me. Probably pissed off. This is actually a boa. This is not a ball python. Now, he ate. I bribed him out of his enclosure with a meal. So we don't want him to throw up his old meal. He's going to be a little on the defensive right now. We just want him to know we want to move him home. Slide him that way. He's in an S shape. I'm not even trying to fuck with him right now. He's in an S shape. I need him to move out of the S shape. There we go. Come on. All right. His name is Salmon. He's got like pinkish hues to him. No, go in the enclosure. That's not in the enclosure. Nice. Yeah. That's important. Important to get it on that heating pad after a meal like that. Oh yeah. We got work to do in here. God damn it. This little guy just came walking up to me. I don't know what to do with these guys. They're too small to stay. They're getting out of these cages that are like not supposed to be letting them out. But the issue is I have to put them back in the cages that they come from, because if I put them in a cage that is more secure from them, they're going to get beat up or killed because they're not from that brood. I just got to keep putting them in there, I guess. I don't know. Usually, by the time they open their eyes, they have grown fatter than they could ever possibly be to fit through the bars of the cage. We rarely ever see them get to that age where their eyes are open and they're like moving around and they can fit through the bars. That's not supposed to be happening like that. I think it's like a dwarf mouse or something, or not a dwarf rat. I don't know. This is crazy though. Straight local essay. So let's see where we're at here. You thought you were bugging here in crickets? Yeah, no, it's like 5, 6 in the morning for me right now. On particular peyote buttons or spiritual things. Leopard gecko? No, no, it was boa. That was a boa you saw. How do you detach it? You had to change his enclosure, his substrate. I don't even know. I think I counted last. It was like 13, 14, 15, something like that. Snakes total. Snake husbandry with white eyes. Yeah. Holy hell, copperheads are dangerous. Thank you, Cookie Cook, Ruth. So I appreciate that, everybody. Yeah. What was that song they came out with? Boho Surfers. Something about coming down the mountain with Fuck, I don't even remember the lyrics. Na 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 na. I remember. What the hell is that song called? That shit's gonna bug the hell out of me. I can hear it. I can literally hear it on the tip of my fucking tongue. Actually, I'm an old fucking server. I should be able to do this. There we go. Who here remembers? Who here remembers? I showed him a brand new batch of pinkies a couple days ago. Right, Gary? Yeah, Pepper. I can think of it, but I can't name it. Yeah. Is that song called Pepper? Man. I can't even remember any more lyrics to it, but anyways. That motherfuckers ate the babies in that fucking enclosure. I think some of y'all might remember. I had found them scattered, right? I had found them scattered, and they were cold to the touch, and so I put them all into one spot, thinking that I was going to help. Apparently, they weren't interested in taking care of them. I should have took them from them then, and then gave them to a different mom. But the issue with that is they don't always are willing to accept young that are way younger than the young they currently have. So sometimes if they just don't take care of the babies, then we just lose the babies. In which this case, they fucking felt like they weren't getting enough to eat, I guess, and they ate them to re-ingest the proteins and vitamins or whatever they feel like they're short on. Terrible stuff. Yeah, Cookie. I can only remember a few words too. Used to buy pinkies for my red nose tarantula. Yeah, that's natural. It is natural. It is. Yeah. Unfortunately, it just sucks. It sucks as the one who raises and cares for these things. But it is. Nature is a lot more vicious and crueler than I think people realize. And as I've told people before, live feeds to these snakes was very cathartic for me. Helped me process a lot of the helpless scenarios in which I stood by and watched somebody get stabbed within an inch of their life because they owed 2 stamps a day late. you know. Totally, yeah. Bro, this sounds messed up. In the Aboriginal culture, they couldn't care for more than one kid at a time. Yeah. Human nature is a concept of many ups and downs. Yeah. You are right. Damn. Just too many mouths to feed on. Lemmy's looking a little active here. What, you think it's time to eat again? It's been a week, maybe. Maybe. You play your cards right. That ceiling fan on its speed. Ever wonder what damage it would do if it came off? Definitely would. It'd definitely bust open one of these atriums if it cracked into it. But you know what? I think my phone's about to die. Trisha Miller, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17. I have 17 at the time at the moment. It's a process. It's a process taking care of that many. You ever see a six-legged cat? I have not. I love gaming consoles. Nugget Guy Official. I have all of them, or not all of them, but I mean I have Xbox, Xbox 360. I have a PS, PS2, PS3, PS4, PS2, PS5s. I have two PS5s and an Xbox on two separate TVs on the outsides of my main TV. I have a PC. I have like Nintendo, Switch, GameCubes. I mean, I have shit that I don't even know. Like Maybe not. I was gonna say if I hey, I found some stuff. I was almost positive I had gaming stuff in here, gaming consoles in here too. That we moved them out. See, like look at this. I'll show you guys something real quick. Get down. Jesus Christ. As soon as I opened it, he came popping out. This right here, okay? This is the size they are when their eyes open. Somebody's getting fed today. He might shake it off. I think he's all right. But, like I was saying, I'm come over here so I can hold him with both hands since he's got no survival instincts. He did take a leap, dude. They do that. But anyways, this is the size they are when they open their eyes. They're not squeezing through the bars of the cages that they're in. Even the other cage, like they're both the same size. They're too big to squeeze through the cages by the time they open their eyes and start crawling around. You see that? So whatever the fuck that other mouse, that I don't have mice, I have all rats. So whatever the fuck that other rat has going on, where it's like fully grown at like 2 inches, I don't know, but it keeps getting out of the cage, and I come in here and I find it crawling around like, on the cusp of fucking death because it can't get water, it can't get food, it's not getting milk. Get off me. Get off me. So I don't know what to do with it. Probably just gonna have to feed it off because I can't have it crawling around in here. They don't do well when you separate them from the others either. You separate them from the others and they just mysteriously die. As a father, I always feel like I'm going to come out of the room wherever I'm at, whatever I'm doing, and I'm going to hear him like bawling his eyes out. It never happens. As a matter of fact, he wouldn't even be here, and I'll still hear him bawling his eyes out. It's just, I don't know. It's the craziest phenomenon I've ever experienced. Especially like the little half cough that he does. Literally, I'll be here by myself and I'll hear it. It's what the fuck, man? Trap it. Ah, huh. It's gonna look like it's stamped in red wax. It's gonna look like it's old parchment paper with a emblem or a seal stamped in red wax. Yeah, sigh. It does keep me on my toes. I do, David. I do wonder what goes through the mind. I know enough to know that they associate me with food at the very least, right? Like I said, when I come into the room, that rat comes up to me. It comes up to me. It doesn't run from me. It doesn't hide from me. It doesn't fear me. It doesn't know to fear me. It just knows I'll fix whatever it is that it has wrong. So it does make you wonder what they perceive, right? What they have as far as like thoughts and shit. It does make you wonder. Entirely too much noise. I know the one you mean. Okay. Why do you have pet snakes? Because some of them are worth a lot of money, Trisha. And some of them have genes that their offspring could potentially net thousands and thousands of dollars for a certain look. Just a look. It's like long-term scratch lottery tickets. It's like long-term scratch lottery tickets that you have to keep alive, basically. It's an investment, long-term investment. Yeah, they definitely have some perception. Last month, a starling fledgling died, and the entire flock sat on the tree above it for hours. It was sad. Damn. No, I don't know any good Polish jokes, Leslie. I sure do not. Oh yeah, crows are very smart. They definitely are. That's why they say never be mean to a crow because they'll never forget you. I don't know if they actually say that. I think I read it somewhere, probably in a comic book. Where's my portable charger? I can't touch him right now if I wanted to. One of the probably lesser known facts is while I'm dealing with them, the critters down there, I can't touch him or any of the stuff that he'll touch or come into contact with him until I completely sanitize, wipe down my hands, and all that shit. asleep, Trisha. She is asleep. Which is why I just went dark on y'all. So I had to go in there to retrieve my portable charger. Otherwise, y'all gonna be staring at a black screen again. Unless you like that. It's okay if you do. Some people might. I should probably take a poll, see if people like it more than the usual scheduled programming. Do you triple wash? I get out the Clorox wipes and everything. No, Gary. Stuck in my mind. Crows are intelligent. I seen videos and saw crows, but never made a connection. What are you doing here? How dare you? It's another area of the house I can't vape in. Yeah, oh wow, it's good to know. Do you triple wash? Can you ride a horse? Yeah, I can actually. Big part of Lakota culture, it is. Horses, even compared to the nations. Yeah, we were pretty good. Sounds like a major grow room. It's got a fucking portable AC unit and a fan right there in the hallway. John O'Neill. Welcome to the live. I saw the Lakota horse relays, and they pretty much jump off their horse and mount another on a full gallop. Yeah, they're pretty nuts. Doesn't matter to me, lights on or off. My baby is just over 4 months. They had a 4-month appointment today or yesterday. I gave him 2 shots, one in each leg, pissed him smooth the fuck off. Only for a little bit though. What we got going on here? Where's that? No idea. No idea. You stop. You're making me fucking nervous. I don't mind horses. I could eat a full one. I don't think I've ever tried horse meat, to be honest with you. No, I don't believe I have. I actually got to go inspect a little bit here and see if there's any other new litters. This one buries her young. It's really cool. Check it out. They're underneath there. They're standing on them, actually. A buffalo goat jerky finally off the hornet's nest. I don't even know what that is, hornet's nest. Is that code for something? Man, they destroyed the fucking thing I had in there. I mean, that's what it's for. But it was a ball. It was like a big old ball that they can like roll around on. They all eat everything in there. Even the food trays. They'll eat the food tray. All wasp nests. No, actually, the one underneath my steps, they burrowed a fucking hole through where I last sealed them in. And now I have to go buy another can of that shit and try to fucking seal them in there again. Yo, this dude's doing too much. This guy right here is always... Ah, you motherfucker bit me. Get off me. If you only knew how much bigger this dude is than his siblings, it is insane how much bigger he is. Because he's constantly following the mom around and feeding. And what's even crazier is he's got this weird curly hair. We've never seen anything like it. Yeah, we've literally never seen anything like it. You can see it, right? You can see he's got like this curly, there's like this nappiness to it. He's got like a nappy curls or something. And he's just literally twice the size of his brothers and sisters. He follows the mom around and feeds wherever she stands. He's safe just because of his unique, his coloring, his texture, and because of the fact that he's big, we hope he'll produce big babies. We call big babies chonkers. So he's a chonker. We hope he'll produce more chonkers. But yeah, he's safe for now. This same cage. Same cage. That's one of his brothers. Look how much smaller he is. Look at, he's literally half the size. It's literally half the fucking size. All right. Now that we sufficiently smell like rat, let's start reaching into some snake cages, huh? Had a gerbil bite me once. His ass learned to fly. It takes some practice to not immediately fling whatever it was that bit you at the nearest wall. Um, there's a couple. There's a couple that fell victim to my reflex because of that. Yeah. An aeroplane. Yeah. How did these guys not get water? I did make good meals in prison. But when I was lifting weights, I found myself eating some of the weirdest fucking shit, dude. Nasty shit. It's like you're not even consuming food for the sake of like enjoying it at that point. It's literally all about calorie intake, protein intake, carbohydrate intake. Like it robs all that from you. It robs the whole enjoyment of like eating from you. This is like a National Geographic show, right? Excuse, sir, one of your teeth just fell out while you were talking. I highly doubt that. Ruthgate. Zephyr, many men have tried knocking the teeth out of my mouth, and they are still here after 12 years of fighting in federal prison. They aren't just going to suddenly fall out while I am talking. But how about this for a little excitement, huh? Did you get big while you were lifting? You're tall, aren't you? I'm 5'9", average, right? But I did get up to 190, about 192 pounds, 93 pounds, something like that. And I have pictures. You could tell. Take one look at me, you could tell, even though I have like 2 or 3 different layers of shirts on in the stocking cap, you could see it in my face. You can still see it through my all the layers of shirts that I'm wearing. Soybean was the best for lifting in the pen. That's all they gave us to eat. Yeah, it actually was. He's got big feet. Who's got big feet? Med yard is a different place than lockdown facilities. Yeah, med yards are where it's at to do time. It was a chicklet. Probably a rat turd. What you seen, sure, it was a rat turd. You must have good genes, dude. I seem to lose a tooth every second fight. Or maybe I stick to chess and avoid contact sports. My teeth are so crooked that they tend to like reinforce one another. I've actually like done a lot of thinking about it, but it's just like they're just lined up to like brace the ones in front. I don't know. I was fortunate enough to go in there with all of them and leave with all of them. It was only Mountain Dew and shit that started to really fucking attack my teeth. Left weighing 180. That's about what I left weighing too. I left weighing about 180. But I lost the it no longer seemed necessary, right? Like the surroundings no longer called for that level of preparation. You know, I wasn't threatened. You know, I did that out of necessity because it was necessary, right? Out here among civilians, it no longer became necessary. You know, even if I wasted away to what I am now, a lot of y'all still bite off way more than you could possibly fucking chew. Med yards, a lot of fights. There's a lot of fights everywhere. Trisha Millard, especially on FCIs. FCIs are going to have a lot of fights just because there's just a lot of bullshit that happens that wouldn't be tolerated on the USP. USPs are going to fight less, but when it does happen, it's going to happen for real. Someone's probably going to go to, the hospital kind of for real, but FCIs and stuff, people just get punched up, get a fat lip, right up top, it's nothing crazy. If he had the jetty, that's all right. I just got a call that a girl I used to work with passed away. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Snowplow. It's never good to hear that. Chess Squad, good morning to you. Yeah, still 180, just toned out. That exactly. I can proudly say that I've never crashed my car. Right, of all the times that I did have that position, as many times as there were issues on the yard that required us to face off with another group, it never came to blows with me at the wheel. It came to blows with me at the wheel on my own. That's the only time I've ever, gone that far with it. First car you had 3 days and totaled it. Yeah, men yards are a bad place to be. Yeah, they can be. They definitely can be. Let's check out Cleopatra here. She's feisty. Super feisty, but she needs new water. Not now. Hey, now. Hey. Let's not be like that. Hey. I'm trying to do something here. Misses. They don't make that easy. They don't make that easy sometimes. I won my last one by at least 100 meters. I knew I could run faster, scared than he could get angry. Yeah. Oh, wrong car? Yeah, Snowplow. We were talking about different cars. That's why I laughed. That's why it was funny. Because I figured you'd probably total a car in prison just as quickly. So sorry to hear that, Snowplow. I have a funeral tomorrow. Damn. It's bad news all around. Yeah, who doesn't remember Miss Cleo? Right after the fucking Girls Gone Wild infomercials. Dudes used to sell the psych drugs in the yard. Yeah, right? They had the best ones. Snow women hate snakes but can't live without them. Baby rat. Summer, good morning. Good to see you. Got some weird ass noises every time I turn around. Whatever. He's making a bad place. My family member going to. It's better than most places. If he can stay in FCIs or lower, he'll be all right. If you hear him telling you that he's going to a max security or a USP, then you might have reason to worry. Yeah, they do. I mean, if it's a med yard, then people will want to be there because it's lower classification. They usually have better facilities. How they treat the old is watched a little bit more closely than other places. So they'll have privileges, and where they'll have privileges, they'll have more control over the population, which means they'll be more successful in deterring a lot of the behaviors and the type of problems that USPs have, where I used to do all my time. So he's gonna have about as good of a chance as anyone else to mind his own business and do his time.
take care of the big guy here. No problem, Trisha. We'll always do our best to at least inform you. I won't lie to you. I'm not going to say whoever your family member is going to be all right as long as they do this, X, Y, Z, and all that. The truth of the matter is, there lies the potential for people to never come home again. But they got to get out there. They got to put themselves in some situations. You know, they got to make some. They got to make some reckless choices back to back before they get there. And so by the time a person does end up there, I, for one, don't have too much sympathy because I know what it takes. I know that they had a lot of choices to prevent that from happening long before it gets there. And so if that's a fate that does befall anybody who has family, just know that, you know, that's the life they chose. It is the life they chose. Corrupt, good to see you, brother. Oh, that's okay, Snowplow. You ain't gotta apologize. I don't know. No, Matt. Them days are long past. Long past me, man. The only thing I'll kill now is a chalupa from Taco Bell. Yep. There you go, Snow. Would you like some water, big guy? That's nice. Good morning, Corrupt. Yep. The odds of two celiac heroes being on the same small live are low. You probably good, man. That's funny. What is going on? I feel like every time I turn my back, something's going on. They're up to something. We'll catch them. We'll catch them in the act. Dave, yeah, for real. Corrupt. What's good with you, brother? That shit cracked me up. I was watching the live yesterday, and you caught where I said, uh, Plug said that you were his spirit animal, and then I said that you were my spirit mammal. The distinction between the animal and the mammal part, that shit fuck cracked me up, man. Yeah, I know, right? Some of them chats, big chats, right? Big chats. We just little potatoes. They're big potato. We're little potato. Nah, but you guys see it. Taking care of the critter room. My little zen fucking routine. Oh, you like it? I enjoy it. So you can destroy. Do all your critters live in the garage besides the dogs? No. No. So Corrupt, you going to kick or something like that? You quit YouTube, going to kick? Is that what you're saying? They are beautiful creatures. I appreciate that, Ruth. It's in God's hands at the moment. Sometimes it be like that. Those be the best ones. That's out of your it's out of your hands.
family members, young, my cousin. He said he went to court getting sent to med yard because he's on medication. Look, I can tell you this much, right? Nobody has ever showed up, had something genuinely wrong with them, or had some genuine disability or whatever, and was singled out and sent off on a dummy mission anyway, right? We tend to only want full able-bodied, people to play these types of games. It is only when somebody presents themselves as somebody who can partake in these type of reindeer games regardless of their disposition that we basically say, okay, if that's something you can handle, then sure, why not? The more the merrier. I don't know what's wrong with your family member or how severe his condition is. But if he gets there, he keeps his head down. Nobody's gonna expect nothing of him. Not if he's on some like heart medication or something like that, or you know what I mean. Nobody expects anything of somebody like that, unless they're beating their chest and going, hoorah rah and all this and that, and I'm a bad motherfucker and all that in a bag of potato chips. They're gonna find out. They're definitely gonna find out. I would follow you and Whitey's over to Kick. If I were to personally choose to go to Kick, it'd be out of personal gain only. I don't know. That's what I'm supposed to do. Well, I mean, what are the stakes? Like, what makes it this or that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even understand what's to be gained, what's to be lost here. Obviously, it's contending with at least being more worthwhile time wise than YouTube for you to be considering it, right? I say reindeer games all the time. Everyone looks at me like I'm crazy. Yeah, no, you're not crazy. Alex, good to see you. Welcome to the live. Yep, damn, we already at 2 hours. It's going, man. It is going. Just talking with the chat, talking with the chat, taking care of all the little lives that are in my responsibility. If you sign an affiliate deal, then there's no streaming on YouTube, basically. But folks are making bank doing lives going that route. Where's an affiliate deal? That's not something YouTube provides. Is that something that's on Kick? Right? It's like you can't get money with them if you're gonna get money with us. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's petty. They're competitors then. Direct competitors. You're not even guaranteed. I mean, can anyone say what is considered being successful on YouTube? I think if you can make it past the 500 subs, then you should keep going. Especially on YouTube where it's hard. There's a lot of channels out there sitting in multiple single digits still, hundreds and hundreds of videos,
no traction, no activity. And then there's some that slow going but are still promising, like mine. Right? By no means has it been a rising star fucking to stardom, but it really isn't anything to sneeze at either. It's exactly what I wanted, you know. I wouldn't want it to be given to me too quickly, but not drug out so far that, you know, you lose interest in the shit. You can do both, but you won't get as much. Taking care of snakes you can't be an absent-minded person. You gotta monitor every aspect of their it's called husbandry, right? It's called husbandry. And you basically they're basically babies. They're basically babies. They can't do anything for themselves. They're not meant to be kept in this climate. So you have to make it like their own climate, and they have to trust you and feel comfortable enough to eat. You know, if they're not eating, then they're going to die. And if you are feeding them, you got to feed them, you know, the right things and provide the right conditions. Otherwise, their whole fucking digestive system stops up and they die. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's a good it's a good testament to your levels of commitment and observation, keeping them alive. I've had 3 different snakes. It's not that hard, no. If you're lazy, no. You said 3 different snakes? Because if you talk about having 3 snakes, then yeah, that's not hard at all. I've got nearly 20. Yeah, I sold a lot of drugs, Trisha. I sold a lot of drugs when I was 19 years old. Yeah. I built very large enclosures for my snakes, had perfect rock linings, heat rocks, large water bowls, raised my own rice rats. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I got my own rats. Um, no, there's nothing hard about it. It's just time consuming, I guess I could say. But like I said, it's for me. It's like a whole little Zen routine for me. The mice were much more time consuming than the snakes. Yeah, for real. Yeah, they are. They're a higher rate of maintenance than the snakes. Much higher rate of maintenance. How about if how about it if someone killed a person? Is it hard for them in prison? No. Unfortunately, if people know that you're willing to take a life, then prison, there's going to be some parts of it that will be easier for you as a result of that knowledge. And there's going to be some parts of it that will make it that much harder on you because of that knowledge. There's no perfect recipe, you know, on how to get through prison in one piece. It's really it's about your ability to adapt and read a room, and all above all else, you have to be willing to fight to the death if that's what it takes, and it probably will. Benito, I wasn't calling you a fake. I was calling those others you were mentioning that they pretend fakes. Oh, I'm not sure what you're. I didn't take anything personal if that's what you thought. If your comment got deleted, it probably wasn't me. California king snake, albino, corn snake. Yeah, I got a corn snake. Also an albino, a bull snake. 7 feet, damn. Yeah, I got a full grown ball python down here that can eat full grown rats. That's the one I just watered, actually. And he's not 7 foot though. I think he's probably like 5. But ball pythons, they don't get very long. They can get long, but they're more fat and like shorter. Yeah, that's good. No, no, Snow. We don't let the snakes near the baby or rats. Benito, I rarely ever block anybody. My mods will block you, and some of them are a lot less forgiving than others. No, Trisha, I doubt it. That's not exactly something you get bugged for in there. That it's like it's a different world, right? Like when you go in there, suddenly what's undesirable out here is suddenly highly in demand in there, right? Out here, you don't want somebody living next to you that if they decided they could kill you and your whole family at the drop of a hat, right? That's not very it's not very comforting, right? Nobody wants that. But in prison, you want the guys next to you. You want the bros in your car. You want the bro that's got your back to be capable of taking somebody's life because and they know and he's going to find out that the possibility that you're going to have to fight for your lives is very real. It's very real. And you need somebody, you want somebody who can handle themselves. So I would say that it's not a strike against him for his charges being what they are. They probably will go a long ways in greasing the wheels for him, much like my obstruction of justice charge for retaliating against an informant greased the wheels for me when it came to leadership positions and being elected as somebody who was influential and listened to in any sense of the word. Interesting. It's got one battery in it and it's working. Ha! Swagger Daddy. Nope. I was never big to begin with. Joke is on you. I think California king snake is one of the most badass snakes. California king, is that a cobra? In the wild, they primarily eat rattlesnakes and they're not immune to the venom. They are just faster. Yeah, you're talking about a cobra, right? Or I got timed out because I said fake genders. Yeah, they probably just thought you meant everybody in general without knowing who you were referring to. Corn snakes are incredibly docile. They're the first one that we got, and it was just because somebody was abandoning it. They couldn't take it with to wherever they were going. They were moving, and they were on a bike. They had to come back for their bike. Their motorcycle was the last thing, and they couldn't bring the whole tank with them. So they said, basically, if you want it, come and get it. So we came and got it. It was the first snake we'd ever got, and we'd already had a pet rat that had like nothing to do with it. And we got somebody for the pet rat to not be lonely. Then we ended up getting a ball python somewhere along the way, and then it just spiraled out of control. Spiraled completely out of fucking control. Excuse me, sir, can you not? Don't even start. Who are you creeping up on? I see you. Back up. Somebody's getting their ass kicked over there. Goddamn hoodie is getting stuck. He really thinks I don't see him. I ain't fucking with you. I don't know why it just dropped the picture there for a second, but yep, that's Lemmy. Lemmy likes to try to bite. He thinks she's slick. She thinks she's slick. Marty Systems, good to see you. Good morning. Oh yeah, sometimes they have gotten out snowplow. Yeah. Absolutely, Trisha. That's kind of what I'm known for here. If you know, if nothing else, I'm just brutally honest about things. So I find that life is just easier that way. For me, it is. For others, maybe not. No. No king snakes are not cobras. Oh, okay. But they're snakes that eat other snakes, though, right? Put them in a burlap bag. Yeah, sometimes I've had a couple get out, but this room is pretty contained. There's no way they can get out of it. So, whatever it is, it's in here. We'll finish. We're almost done.
Get in there. We gotta give Salmon his water. He hasn't gotten any water yet. Poor guy. I know he's enjoying that heating pad though. He don't need no moisture because his shit is already on point. Every time I put a digital thermometer in there, it just goes bad. This is a homemade enclosure as well. Fitted with a heat taped heating pad. That's where they get their heating source so they can digest their food. Each one of these enclosures has one of those, and those are like 25 bucks a piece. But not every enclosure has a heating lamp, which are another 25, 30 bucks a piece, depending on what you get, where you get it from. Even what kind of bulb you get. What kind of bulb you get can double the size. Hey, we got someone shedding in here. Oof, this thing's in rough shape right now. You won't see your cousin until he's 55. I'm sorry to hear that. It's a long time. I guess all I can say is just never say never, right? Gotta hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Hopefully some kind of law changes or they granted some kind of post-secondary relief, some kind of ineffective assistance of counsel argument or, a direct appeal, a pardon, who knows? All I know is I was supposed to do 17 years and I ended up getting out in 12. Nothing was promised, nothing was guaranteed. There was about 2 or 3 different things that could have got me out early. I fucked off a couple of them. Just outright lucked out in the end. So, whatever is meant to happen will happen. Believe that. I'm glad you like them, Ruth. Let's step out here for a second. It's warm in there, that's for sure. It's warm as fuck in there, boy. Oh. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? While sipping your juice in the hood? Yeah, not everyone's fans, Ruth. Not everybody are fans. Snakes and spiders are largely the most misunderstood. I have, especially ball pythons, right? Ball pythons are like the derpiest fucking snakes of all Snake Kingdom. Like they're literally like they look bad and like scary until you go to feed one and it like hits the fucking glass, does like completely misses the food, hits the glass and gets so fucking butthurt that it refuses to eat after that. You tend they tend to lose some of their danger appeal after that, you know. Last minute words. He's got to live with the choices he makes. There's no running from them in there. There's no hiding from them. It's not like you can get out of town, move to a different state, whatever whatever situation arises, he'll have to deal with it till its conclusion, whether that's, you know, good or bad. It's going to teach him. It's going to teach him how to move. It's going to teach him how to think, how to walk, how to survive. And maybe it'll teach him how to succeed like it did me. We'll see, though. We'll definitely see, but I wish him the best. I wish you the best. We got nothing but love for him here. Good morning, Benjamin. You're listening on a trash route? That's what's up, man. I'm glad that we can provide some type of entertainment for you. We're probably not the most talkative channel at times. You probably only hear bits of noises. I could really go off the chat, you know. Chat's got to be active sometimes. Sometimes chat has some good questions. Good questions, good topics. Like this Trisha lady here. My heart goes out to her. She sounds like she's close with her cousin. I wish I had a cousin that was that twisted up about my sentence. Shit. Right? Yeah, because, nah. When I got sentenced, I had fuck all in the fucking stands waiting for me. I had nobody. Zero. But I needed that. I needed that. That was necessary. It was necessary for me to see that all the power and influence and money that I had that I thought mattered, when it came down to it, it showed me that I was left with nothing. Nothing lasting, nothing important, nothing I could take with me. Nothing anybody could ever have anything to show for it. As a matter of fact, my legacy was synonymous. Nah, it was downright symbolic. My very name was symbolic of a lot of people's darkest, lowest time. A time when they don't want to remember. Like I did that, you know, selling meth, making millions of dollars. You do a lot of damage, a lot of unseen damage. And eventually people wake up and they look at you like the boogeyman. And you are the boogeyman. Yeah, true. If you didn't, somebody else would. The fact of the matter is I still did it. I still chose to. I still opted to apply myself in a way that I now know is dangerous. Right? Anytime I apply myself to anything in this life, I do it to an extent that's either really good or really bad. It's almost like a superpower. I know that now. I didn't then. I didn't know that the choices I made and the choices I have always made have always resulted in other men following me. And I had men follow me, and I got them all indicted. I got all of us indicted, and because they got indicted, they told, because they weren't built like that. They weren't built for that type of life. And if I knew the first thing about judging people like I do now, I would never put them in that type of a position. But I would never know how to judge people if I'd never been to prison. It's just like a mind fuckery, right? It's like a snake eating its own ass, right? It's like chicken or the egg first, you know? What do you can't resent. You can't resent things that make you who you are, you know? It's just like, it's crazy. Crazy life. Barn Dog, good to see you, brother. Salute right back at you. Yeah, Ruth knows. She knows. She knows what's up. Okay, Native, welcome to the live. Good to see you again. You're welcome, Trisha. Absolutely. Barn Dog, Cyclips, good morning. All right. Yeah, we just kicking it. They watched me start the day off, taking care of the kid, feeding them, changed them. Came down here, started to take care of the critter room. A little impromptu Animal Planet session. I got my trusty emotional support animal there. She's a good barrel. She's the best. Who's the best? Yes, who's the best? All right. Oh, here comes the other one now. Because you can't have one be the best without the other one being the best too. All right, get out of there. Yeah. Oh. Takes a lot of cups of water in this room. A lot of water. I love dogs, all types and kinds. Truthfully, I like dogs better than most people. Same. Absolutely same. Absolutely, Ruth. You sure do. You sure do. You guys here. Bam. There's two of them in there. That's Nanner, the yellow one. We have another one. Probably can't see him.
don't know why he decided to do that, but whatever. You do you, boo. You do you. Excuse me. Just gonna dig around. Sorry. Yeah, let's grab some of this, some of that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. Hey, I said out. I'm gonna say there's too much of that shit in there. We got some. What do you think about Nanner? It's important to eat all of it, right? All their little bits of skin. All the little bits of skin and their urea. It's all gotta go. You're about to shed, aren't you?
have it. Critter room's done. Sorry for those who weren't able to watch, but we just got done cleaning out one of my first enclosures. One of the first enclosures I ever built. When I first thought that those are like the only couple snakes I was gonna have. We all made that mistake, right? Let's see here. You find out how your friends are at dogs realize that there are snakes and rats in that room. Do they try to be nosy, the dogs? Yeah. Yeah, they come in. They know. They're extremely intelligent. Like, they don't try to eat. I could show them a baby rat and they'll sniff it. They might lick it, just because they think that they're giving it kisses and stuff. They're not going to try to eat it. Same with the snakes. They don't really come near the snakes, but they want to check it out. They want to smell it. They want to see what it's about. Um, they're pretty trusting of us if they figure, you know. Seems like if we tell them it's a baby, they kind of figure that they know to be gentle with it. I don't know, but I guess that's on you, to believe if they understand or not. Oh yes, blessed AC, hallowed be thy name. When it happened, my cousin pulled on himself. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to believe it. And the charges went out on the news. Now it's visible. Yeah, it's always hard for people to realize when something drastic has occurred. Some people go into straight denial. I remember when I got indicted, the feds pulled us all over. We were all in the same car. They pulled us all over and they booked everybody under false pretenses, right? And that was to get me in the contact visit room in the county jail, so that they could tell me that they had all this evidence against me, and that just the fact that my girlfriend was arrested with me that morning didn't look good, and the grand jury might bring her in and see what she knows, and basically, they're really trying to get me to turn. Or at least agree to tell, right? They wanted me to turn because I was basically second in command of our conspiracy. And my roommate, my literal fucking roommate, was the ringleader. And he got the ringleader enhancement. So I was second in command. And he wasn't telling and I wasn't telling. And that pissed them off. Because there's a lot of people that they would never know about. Never did. I actually ran into some of them the other night. It was pretty crazy. Talked to them. Got about 5 minutes worth of conversation. Probably going to release it. Members only or something. Definitely a members only thing. Unfortunately, for those of you who aren't, that's alright. Plenty of other stuff for y'all to enjoy. What's your funniest story of your life? Oh, snowplow, I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even fucking tell you. I know my cousin's going to be alone, do everything, everybody's mad at him. Yeah. Everybody's going to have their reasons, I'm sure. Yeah, well, we have been going for quite a while now. Streaming for quite a while. We have to go with the white grape today. Oh, we haven't even cracked this open yet. That's crazy. Blissful, welcome to the memberships. Welcome to the live as well. I don't think I've seen you in here before. You're just lurking. Just lurking in the background. Would have never said nothing unless you got gifted a membership. Yeah, I've been working out this entire time. Currently at 670, 10 pump burpees and squats. Damn. Trisha, I'm from North Dakota. Yeah. I'm a professional tattooist up in North Dakota. Ah, great stuff right there. I never got to enjoy stuff like that. Not when you're a fucking slave to Mountain Dew, right? This Mountain Dew from the moment you wake up to the moment you pass out. And then sometimes you wake up just to take a fucking hit of some lukewarm ass room temperature 2 day old fucking Mountain Dew because you got mixed up on the other 2 day old Mountain Dew bottle that's been sitting there for a week. They both taste the same. It don't matter. Oh yeah. Oh, motherfucker. No fucking bees up in here. Must be out your rabbit ass mind. Sting me in front of my own fucking house and then think you can come into my home. Shit. Got me fucked up. I was trying to hit 1,000 before you had to go. Mountain Spew, that's funny, but very, very accurate. Code Red, yeah. Yep. Oh, you're from South Dakota? My family's from South Dakota. Rosebud, actually. Rosebud Sioux. But I am not from the res. But yeah, there's a lot of violence down there. A lot of violence, a lot of drinking, a lot of struggle, a lot of unhappy people on the res. He will unfortunately find that getting off the reservation, even to go bounce around in the federal prison system, is it's going to open his eyes. If he's never gotten off the reservation before, it's going to be good for him. Luna, good to see you again. What to do, what to do. I gotta finish editing. Gotta finish editing some videos. I got a new video I'll probably be dropping maybe as early as tomorrow. Actual long form, fully produced intro, outro, good old fashioned story. I'll probably work on it today and get it out maybe late today or tomorrow at the very latest. I've just been tired. So tired. Especially without the constant intake of caffeine from, a steady fucking source of mountain spew. I still haven't quite leveled out with my own natural energy levels. We shall see. But ugh. Let's see here. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Oh, okay. I got family in Sioux Falls too. In fact, you've probably fucking heard of some of them. I'll tell you the names, but before I do, just so you know, I don't talk to them. Hey, I don't want them reflecting on me in any kind of way, but no, they're spotted caps, right? And if you're probably, somewhat even close to or involved in the drinking, partying, bumming around scene, then you probably know who they are. But not a bad thing if you don't. I'm just saying, be a lot cooler if you didn't. Right? But I just saw you on. Wanted to say hi. I appreciate that, Luna. We always appreciate everybody coming through. You haven't slept yet? Yeah. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You have a beautiful day too. Thank you for coming through. That's exciting as fuck. You too. Exciting. From Zuni to Mexico. Oh, okay. Zuni are always good people. All the people I've met coming out the south like that are usually die hard, loyal, super down. Not big on outsiders though. Not big on outsiders. Very very loyal to the family or the nation. Hate the nation over everyone else. Are you off all caffeine? No, I do drink Lipton tea, Arizona brisk tea, Snapple. I don't think Snapple. I still haven't figured out if Snapple has any caffeine in it or not because Snapple makes tea. So I don't know if it's like decaffeinated Snapple tea or what, but it doesn't say if it has fucking caffeine in it or not. So I don't know. Yeah, I sleep during U2S and UH plug. That way they get the watch hours. That's all that matters. We need help with the algorithms. We need all the help we can get with the algorithms and the fucking fudging the numbers, watch time, all that. All of it counts. More than anything, people not skipping through the very beginning and watching through to the end are like what counts the most or something like that. I don't know. They give us all that information, right? And I could be like 77% of you aren't fucking doing this and 36% of you aren't scratching your ass and blah 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 blah. I don't fucking care, you know. It's like you're gonna do what you're gonna do, whether I ask you to do something or not. You know, I've already done that. I've already tried to appeal to moral compasses. I've tried to appeal to people's anger. I've tried to appeal to their patriotism. I've tried to appeal to their inner vigilantes, inner vigilante, inner vigilanteism, inner vigilanteism. Holy fuck! But I don't know if it's not catchy, if it doesn't come with its own fucking dance, then it's just people aren't really all that into it. You know, you gotta come with like some super fucking salacious ass fucking AI generated bullshit, AI slop. Can show somebody in a goddamn Pride T-shirt getting smacked by somebody with fucking a swastika on their face. Oh fuck, man! I cracked myself up. I cracked myself up. Snow, that's now that is dedicated. It is. You know, Benjamin, my late father had some Spring Creek, South Dakota near Rosebud, the Cloudmans. Yeah, that's exactly where I'm from, Benjamin. My family's from Spring Creek. That's exactly where we're from. My dad has land down there. And now my mom has land down there, and she's trying to sign that over to me ASAP. So I suppose I should say I have land down there. Hmm. Interesting if true. I'm don't know any other Indians on the res. There ain't nothing wrong with that. You're all right in my book. I didn't know it all counted. I'll stop leaving when I go work out. It don't matter, bud. You do what you do. They already know that you're a regular viewer anyway, so then I go back and watch the replay. That's cool. Replays help. They definitely help. I'm tired. I don't think you should have to ask at all if you are very magnetic. I appreciate that, Snowplow. I was born in Zuni, New Mexico. My family are cocina dancers. Oh, no shit. You got a very rich heritage there. Unique, very unique heritage. Jeff Kolonowski? What the hell is that? Kolonowski. I almost said the Big Lebowski. You cracked yourself? Yeah, I did. I cracked myself. Shouldn't. Shouldn't. Annoyed Canoe. If you look Indian like Native American, but I hope one day you try Christ. Never know, you might think it wasn't too bad. Oh, I've had my fill in Christianity or any version of it. You see, the thing of it is in juvenile centers, require you to pick a faith, right? And then you have to participate in that faith. Otherwise, you're refusing to program, right? And sometimes it's just generalized and everybody participates in like prayer for, between, like before you eat and all that stuff, or you can pick your own particular, your own particular religion or whatever. But they tend to force it on you, right? They tend to force the beliefs on you, especially when you're Native American and they don't have your faith as an option. So I already learned a lot of that stuff. I already read it. I already, did the prayers and read fucking Proverbs and all that shit. And yeah, it's all just control. It's all control at the end of the day. Cherokee or Cherokee and Blackfoot. Is that what you are? That word? I don't know. Is it truly called that, or do people just refer it as that? Which one? Christianity? Yeah, I guess that word is too subjective, isn't it? Nowadays, everything has been diced up into too many different flavors, compartmentalized into so many different factions. Like it's fucking Burger King. You have it your way. I think religion suffers from the very same thing that everything else suffers from. It's the problem with inclusivity, right? Everybody wants to be included, but have it tailored to them in such a way that makes them feel unique and, I don't know, just not a part of the whole. But I'm just blabbering. I am just blabbering. Ugh. Get off my bike here. Ow. I'm Poland, native myself. I guess back then, love even existed before me and you with our people because the Creator created the winds and water. Okay, yeah. North Dakota, kind of. Not exactly. Like population wise, no. Population wise, we're still under, I think we're still under a million or something like that. Or I'm not even sure. I know the capital is under a million. Yeah, yeah, it's under a million. I don't know about statewide though. We might be made over a million, million and a half statewide. I'm not even sure. I think I'm just guessing. Might be guessing on that one. And love. And love. What are you talking about, Canoe? Talking about love all of a sudden? I know it's a big spread out place. Lots of plains, lots of open land, lots of prairie land. Whoa. There is a wasp in here. There he is. Bam, motherfucker. I fucking whopped that thing. That thing bent it all the way backwards. Yeah. I'm gonna have to buy another can of that shit, and I'm gonna have to seal them in there with like a goddamn nuclear bomb of chemical warfare. So I'm getting tired of that shit. They're lucky I'm not allergic to that shit anymore. Tried to kill me. What's going on? Yeah, a fucking wasp, man. Oh yeah, I know. I've already read that Annoyed Canoe. Like I said, they've already forced that religion on me. Gonna hide y'all real quick for a second. That's right, Dave. That's absolutely right. Oh. Oh, it's gorgeous outside. Absolutely. Left Eye Jack, how you doing, brother? I'm good. Living the dream. Living the dream, talking with viewers. Finding conversation and company to those who find themselves unable to sleep. How about you? Yeah, great way for my day to start. That's what's up. Hell yeah. We've already been at it for like a couple hours already. I think I'm just kind of just rambling on, just answering questions. People got questions. We'll see. Yeah, no, the wasps aren't not my favorite. They already stung me once. Yeah, they got my ass once already. Not a fan. Not a fan. Yeah, wasps are everywhere. Gruffs, the people who are fucking with you. White Eye, it's time to take advantage of that, man. Right? Normally they aren't that bad, but they are everywhere, right? Forgot you were still in here, Corrupt. Corriz up. I like fucking Corrupt. Corrupt's funny. It's just so good natured about it. That's what it is, right? You can't help but fuck with somebody who's just good natured about it. Reminds me a lot of myself. If I was raised by a preacher down in the South. which which just means to say like nothing like me. Ow. Burns. Oh shit. He's a lurker. He is a lurker. Yeah, that's exactly it. We just know where it comes from. It comes from a lot of fuck ups, a lot of screw ups. You itch the eyes. Gotta itch the eyes. Are the eyes itchy? Little itchy eyes. Yeah. Ow. Be nice. Jesus Christ. It is scary having a full blown fucking German Shepherd excited to see you. It is downright hazardous to your health. Yeah. Hey. Fair. It's enough. Oh, ow. Fuck, that hurt. Jesus Christ. Where is he going? Where are you going? Fruit bat? Nice. What did I say? Butthead. Behave. Yeah. They're a handful. Vocal. Vocal dogs. Vocal fur babies. Oh my god. That Welch's hits the spot. Oh, man. Good stuff. Oh, it's getting cooler outside. Fall's coming. It sure is. Yep. I actually had life get in the way a moment, but I had to come back. Hell yeah. I had the Great Pyrenees too. Sleep like cats. Do you think Bush did 9/11? I know it wasn't who we said it was. I know that. Because I've never seen anybody crash into something and then see a fucking a controlled demolition suddenly take place from the bottom up. That was pretty sus. I remember I woke up in the middle of it playing on the TV. Okay, I was in I think they call it home base, home something, home room. I don't know. All I know is it was a class that was between classes that you could sleep through and nobody gave a fuck about. They didn't teach you anything in there. It was just kind of like a period for you to get your shit together, I guess. I don't know. But I was always wake and baked at that time, and I always slept during that time. I was in high school. I want to say 10th grade. Yeah, it was 10th grade. And I was asleep, and I woke up, and everybody was watching TV. And I look up, and I see a building. It's got smoke coming off of it, and they got like news headlines and stuff, and it looks like it's a movie or something, right? And then I see the other plane crash into it, and everybody was like, like there was like audible gasps in the room and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I slept through a movie. They're really into it. And so I sat up, wiped the drool off my face, and I said, which movie is this? Man, I got so many dirty looks. Teacher kicked me out of the room immediately for that shit. I sat out in the hallway while everybody else, all my classmates and peers, learned about everything as it happened. So I could really care less. I wasn't allowed. I wasn't allowed to learn about it. Dances with thieves. Oh. I don't know. Don't get too drunk. The day has only just begun. That's Welch's grape juice. Also, it's only flight boxes that have never been recovered. Sauce is shit. Yeah. Yep. I believe that. It sure is. It sure the fuck is. It's simpler. It's much simpler to look at it after the fact than it was at the time, right? Because you look at it after the fact today and you think, oh yeah, we did that to invade them for the fucking to invade them for the oil. It was always about the oil, right? It's always about resources. It's always about money and the acquisition of more. That's another thing that prison did for me on a much smaller scale. It did, though. It taught me politics, right? It taught me the nature of politics, the nature of power, right? Power, politics, resources, economics, the perception of those things. And it taught me one simple truth, and that it's no matter what it is all the same. It's all about money. It's always about power. And it's always about respect or the acquisition of one or all three of those things. Still nobody. Huh? You like the bink? Would you like the bink? Would you like the bink? You take the bink. Little psycho. Little Timothy McVeigh. Little Timothy McVeigh. Yeah. It might even be time for another bottle. I think I've been on live with you guys long enough for it to actually might be time for another bottle. Yeah, it was a terrible day for America and the aftermath. It sure was. Yeah. Anyway, today's a different day. Yes, it is. I was stoned as fuck, late as fuck to school that day, and I thought every class was watching a movie too. Yeah, yeah, yep. I had to find out way after the fact that it was not a movie. It was something that was on the news. Everybody was watching it. It's crazy. Crazy. Instead of Channel 1, for some reason, they all were watching some wild movie. That's wild, man. Yeah. I think we're going to call it a day for now. Leanne Cooper, I appreciate you joining the live. Stopping in to say hello. We appreciate it always. But I am tired. I might lay down, try to catch a couple more hours. It's been a long night. It's been a long night. But thanks for keeping me company. This is finally Free from Federal signing off. Y'all have a good one. See you on the next one. I am out.